who were a base of kids that would always come from those areas, you know, based on, hey, I might be that next superstar that came through out of this area and can shine at Nebraska. And I think them also leaving out of the Big 8, which is the Big 12 now, was also a hurting thing for them. They go to the Big 10, they're just not – it used to be Nebraska, Oklahoma running that Big 12. And now I think being in the Big 10, there's been more powerhouse teams in there, you know, because they were the creme de la creme in that Big 12 division.
Well, ever since the departure of Tom Osborne, it has been a turnstile of coaches that have been coming through there. Different types of programs, different types of way of running their offense. A lack of defense has been a big issue with Nebraska because Nebraska was known for that black shirt defense, and that has not been the case the last 3 or 4 years.
Did Brett say the Big 8?
He did say that.
Yeah, when was that?
Well, you know, I'm going back on that, though. But listen, I am talking about Nebraska, so, you know, my history goes back to when there was a Big 8.
What year? No, give me some years.
What year were you born?
89.
It was in 87.
Oh, my.
I'll tell you this.
He said Big 8. I'm like...
It really was the Big 2. It was Oklahoma, Nebraska, and 6 idiots. That's what it was back in those days.
Hold on, I'm from Missouri, so. Missouri's part of the Big 8. But now my question was, if they moved to the Big 10, wouldn't they have more exposure in the other areas?
Yeah, but you have more powerhouse teams.
But they were
so I think when they were the draw of recruiting, if you were in Big 8 territory or Big 12 territory, you either went to Oklahoma or Nebraska, you would want to go there, so you had a top recruit. But now you're in the Big 10, you're competing against the Penn States, the Ohio States, the Michigan States. So now you're in a bigger pool that those other powerhouse teams are drawing from you.
Well, and you have
but if they already were getting recruiting in New Jersey and places
now they're losing them because they're now in the Big 10. And now that kid that wants to play in the Big 10 would rather go to Michigan or Ohio State than go to Nebraska.
Right.
Now, if you wanted to play in the Big 12, you wanted to go to Nebraska and Oklahoma. So it was one of the two, and they benefited for that. And then at the end of the day, if you were a top recruit from a Big 10 area, you knew that you had a chance to shine there than to go there and lose even to your buddies in another Big 10 program.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This has been a great time. Oh, I haven't done my pick yet, Joe, have I?
Nah, we're waiting for you, Kenny.
We're waiting for my pick. All right. So we've got Fletcher's going with Ohio State, but he's rooting for USC.
What's your score pick?
Patrick said that he is all Ohio State. Richie is all Ohio State. Steven is all man crush Ohio State.
I got a number. I think it's going to be high scoring. I'm going 38-35. It's going to be close.
38-35.
You know, you haven't even brought up the big
38-35.
game. I can't believe it. Who cares who wins the Cotton Bowl? I mean, you guys hadn't brought up the big game, East versus West.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you, I don't know how we can play with these guys. Yeah. Have you seen the size of the West team? Wow. He has brought in, he's brought in a bunch of grown men. I want to see birth certificates at the game. These guys are huge. Have you seen, and then he's got a legend high school coach from Arizona. We can't compete with that, man. I'm a radio broadcaster, for crying out loud. How in the world am I going to compete with that?
We're all going to Sweden.
They're going to – the West team is liable to kill us. I hope we survive the game. That's my prediction.
This is a setup, okay? Yeah, don't listen to anything
I hope we survive the game. These guys are big, they're fast, they're mean, they're pretty. You know, well, they're pretty ugly.
I think
they're pretty. I'm kidding.
You got a whole slew of great coaches on both sides of the field. So
that is correct.
I think this is going to be it's going to be something special.
Well, if it's been like it has been the last couple of years, West has dominated.
Wow.
Woo. We can't compete with them. There's no competing. We're going to come because we're here anyway. But
that's pressure on the West.
It is pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is pressure on the West. The West has dominated the last 2 years that I've been here. Let's see if they can continue that trend.
I mean, if the West doesn't win, that's like career ending, isn't it? I mean, if you're the coach of the West, I mean, the pressure, I can't even imagine the pressure.
Can we go to commercial?
I can't even.
This is ridiculous right now.
I mean, you'd be like the punchline of every joke from here, from sea to shining sea.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to predict on that game because it's a bunch of all-stars and I want all the kids to have a great experience. I'm not going to predict on that.
Good call, Kenny. Good job.
What I will predict is
Ohio State.
USC.
USC?
And mind you, I don't like USC.
I think you're kissing up.
I am not a USC fan, but let me tell you why. USC, again, struggled at the beginning of the season, but they've had a steady, progressive improvement throughout their season. They have not dropped off. And they peaked at the wrong time. It was too late when they peaked, but they did peak, and they're playing excellent football. Ohio State, it's a Jekyll and Hyde. You have no idea who's going to show up, which J.T. Barrett is going to be behind center. What is the defense going to do? Are they going to give up 60 points like they did to Iowa, or are they going to shut a team out like they're capable of doing? That's my concern with Ohio State. I think Urban Meyer goes down. I think it's a close game, but I think USC overcomes and wins the Cotton Bowl.
They will not let Iowa happen again. Not twice in 1 year. That's not happening.
USC is playing good football right now.
They are, and what's so exciting is we'll be there hours from now.
Yes,
so
we will.
It's not like we got to wait. We'll be there hours from now. I can't wait.
I know the All-Americans are going to be excited. I tell you what, every year going down to AT&T Stadium at Cowboy Stadium and having the kids down there, and you got 90,000 fans, 45,000 from USC and 45,000 from Ohio State, and the kids are down there in their All-American Bowl jerseys, and the teams are looking at the fans are looking, they're saying, "Oh my God, these are the next wave of All-Americans," and they're talking to the kids as they're going through the crowd, and you can just see their eyes are like golf balls, and it's an experience that's once in a lifetime. It's a great experience, so we're really excited about seeing the kids getting that opportunity to kind of experience that whole euphoria.
It's going to be a great event, and we're definitely going to enjoy it. We want to thank Brett Cooper for getting us out here for this.
Brett Cooper.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's going to be a fantastic evening, not just for us, but the kids here for Brett Cooper Jr. Academic All-American Games. They're going to have an absolute blast watching two big powerhouse football programs do battle in the AT&T Stadium. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget, Sunday, it is the games, the Brett Cooper Jr. Academic All-American Games, live here on NYSR.
That's the big game. That's the main event.
The main event of this entire week.
That's right.
Thank you for
the
joining
warm-up
us.
is tonight. The main event is Sunday.
That's it. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Sunday for the Brett Cooper Jr. Academic All-American Games. Have a fantastic and safe weekend. It's going to be cold.
Listening to NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Email nationalyouthsportsradio@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook at NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. On Twitter at Kennie Long NYSR. For information on how to be a sponsor, call 210-5110.